Good morning and welcome to Medford, Oregon, here at Harry and David Field, sitting right in the middle of the Rogue Valley, getting ready for another day of baseball in Southern Oregon. Today's game features the fifth place teams, Oregon Metro East and Utah. Utah taking the field first, wearing green jerseys. Oregon Metro East wearing slightly darker green, so we'll try to keep that straight for you. In the meantime, we'll get ready to get things started here. Jake Hervat gets the start for Utah, and striding to the plate is Spencer Sullivan for Oregon Metro East. Spencer Sullivan, followed by Case Nawan, then Andy Miller. The first three batters for Oregon Metro East. First pitch underway at 7:59 here in Oregon. Hervat, a left-handed pitcher. Sullivan swings, sends one out into right field. Calling for it and making the catch is Hunter Haro, and that will be the first out of the inning. A good transition to set the defense behind Hervat. Out in right field, Hunter Hervat, Mac Bright in center, and Ashton Haro in left. On the left side of the infield, it's Jackson Grossman at third, Easton Jones at short. At second, Camden Kulovich, and at first base, Braden Nelson. Behind the dish to start is Tate Lewis. Case Nawan steps up to the plate, the right-handed hitter. Takes a strike. One out, Hervat, the southpaw, comes set, delivers, and that's swung on and missed. One, two, the count. Way outside for a ball. Count evens up at 2-2. Nawan out of West Lynn High School goes down swinging. It's a drop third strike, throw down to first in plenty of time for out number 2. First strikeout of the day for Hervat, and that'll bring up number 5, Andy Miller. Andy Miller out of Mountainside High School in Oregon, 6'2", 165, right-handed hitter, right-handed fielder. And he'll play all around the infield. He'll play at second and short in the final 5 innings of play. Start just as a hitter. Takes another pitch for a ball. Very mild morning in Southern Oregon. Temperatures just in the low to mid 70s. A 4-pitch walk, and the first base runner is aboard for Oregon Metro East. That brings up Henry Kern. Kern, a left-handed hitting outfielder from McDaniel High School in Oregon. 6'2", 165, a runner in front of him here. And a quick throw over from Hervat, but safely back into the bag is Andy Miller. Kern takes the first pitch, and it's 5 straight balls from Hervat. who got 2 quick outs. The 1-0 inside, now 2-0. Hervat, the lefty, 6'5", 145, out of Tooele, Utah. Throws over to first, and fielding it is Nelson, but had to reach over Miller, who dove back into first base to keep that ball in front of him and keep Miller at first. Swing and a miss, the 2-0. Good breaking ball there from Hervat. Coming set, the 2-1. Hit up the middle. Trying to get to it was Kolovich, but that ends up in center field. Mac Bright fields it, and that'll just hold Kern to a single and holds Miller at first base. The first hit of the day. 2 runners aboard now for Oregon Metro East, and that'll bring up Kellen Oates. Oaks takes a strike. 6'2", 175 right-hander out of Canby High School in Oregon. Quickly behind in the count, 0-2 to Hervat. Excuse me. Primarily a pitcher as he watches one go by. But Oaks is getting the start at shortstop as well. He'll play around the infield today. Still behind in the count, 1-2 to Hervat. He checks second. Now delivers to the plate. Outside, so Hervat gets ahead 0-2 to Oaks, but then falls back, and now the count is even at 2-2, 2 outs, 2 on. Here's the pitch. Swung down the left field line and foul. Count remains 2-2. Throw down to second, but back into the bag is Miller. Two the count. Oaks waits at the plate. Hervat comes set. Retired the first 2 batters he saw. Walked 1. Then gave up a single up the middle. Try to limit the damage there. The 2-2. Flared out into right field. Calling for it is Nelson, and he will make the catch just 2 steps out of the infield dirt into right field down the line. No runs on 1 hit No errors, 2 runners left on base. As we head to the bottom half of the first inning, we'll be back with more. Taking a look at the Travel Medford scoreboard on the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships in the 5th place game.
You're a coach or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, God! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens, called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Good morning. We're in the bottom of the first. Here's a look at how that top half went. Oregon Metro East just picking up 1 hit. To the mound for Oregon Metro East is Luke Bronner. Bronner, a lefty out of Lake Oswego. He'll take on Braden Nelson, and who comes up swinging, and it's right at Otto at first base. 1 pitch, 1 out for Luke Bronner. So we'll set the defense behind him. At second is Otto. At first is Kellen Krebs. At shortstop is Kellen Oakes. And at third, Andrew Wong. At the plate, Landon Day for Utah. In the outfield from left to right, Spencer Sullivan, Henry Kern, and Dylan Ha. Behind the dish, Andy Frank. He keeps the low one in front of him. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Swung on and missed. A little off speed there. Fouls it back, stays alive in the count 1-2. And down swinging goes Landon Day for a quick 2 outs for Oregon Metro East. Striding to the plate is Easton Jones, the 6'3", 193rd baseman out of American Fork, Utah. Takes a first pitch for a ball. That's roped into left field, and that'll drop for a base hit. That'll roll all the way to the wall in left center. Racing around the bags is Easton Jones. He's going to turn second and then hold there. A 2-out double for Easton Jones, and his impressive weekend of hitting continues. Jones yesterday was 1 for 2 with 2-run scores and a single. Brings up Jackson Grossman. Grossman goes up swinging, fouls one back off the catcher and into the backstop. Grossman in their game yesterday, 0 for 3 with a hit by pitch, did score a run after reaching base. He watches the 0-1 go outside. 1-1 the count. That's hit hard in the air, but towards center field. Going back for it is Kern, and he'll make the play. And a slight jog towards the wall for out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. As we head to the top of the second, we'll take a look at your Travel Medford scoreboard in the 5th place game of the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships between Oregon Metro East and Utah. Back with more baseball action from Harry and David Field on Table Rock Sports in just a moment.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field, getting ready to get this second inning started. Still scoreless through 1. Both teams have a hit. Evan Holman, the switch hitter, heads to the plate out of North Marion, Oregon. Holman, primarily a catcher, will catch the final 3 innings of the game. Hervat delivers, and the first pitch is outside for a ball. Holman 5'10", 175. Takes a strike outside. Evens up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. He comes set for the 1-1. Another called strike on the outside corner. 1-2 the count. Ahead is Hervat. Looking for strikeout number 2. He delivers. Tries to use that outside corner again, but not quite on target this time. Count evens up at 2-2 in the top of the second. Nobody out at Harry and David Field. Oregon Metro East at the plate. 2-2 check swing. No swing. Throw down to first. He did go, so they did get him an out. Strikeout number 2 for Hervat. That'll bring up Kellen Krebs. Krebs fouls off a pitch. Fouls off 2 straight, so now behind in the count 0-2, but the timing's there. Krebs, another lefty out of Lake Oswego, takes the 0-2 outside. Full count now, 3-2, 1 out. A payoff pitch coming from Hervat. Krebs waits at the plate. Right down the middle, called strike 3. 2 in a row for Hervat, his third of the day. That'll bring up Caden Bertram. Bertram, a right-handed hitter from Southridge High School, 6'3", 210. Rips one into left field on the first pitch, and that'll be a base knock with 2 outs. So now the left-handed hitting Andrew Wong goes to the plate. Another teammate from Lake Oswego High School. 6 foot, 160, bats left-handed but throws right. And Caden Bertram will get a pinch runner for him. It's Spencer Sullivan, the outfielder. Ball gets away on the stolen base attempt. He's going to go for 3, play over at third, and a bullet of a throw from Mac Bright. Gets the runner trying to stretch it into 3, and that's how we'll head to the bottom of the second inning. Oregon Metro East with 2 hits in total, but still no runs across the board after an inning and a half. We'll be back with more action on the other side of this break. You're watching the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships 5th place game presented by the City of Medford and Table Rock Sports.
Seen a new way to achieve the highest level of savings. Peak Rewards. The Peak Rewards app is your roadmap to savings wherever your journey takes you. Simply by using our mobile app, you can shop for a mountain of savings in any of our convenience stores and fuel up for less. Just download the Peak Rewards app, register, find participating stations and stores near you, and start saving. With Peak Rewards, you can travel further for less. So what are you waiting for? Download Peak Rewards today and find a location near you.
Little shifting in the outfield. In left field is Case Nawan. In center, it looks like Dylan Ha. First pitch swinging is Nicholas Eli, and a diving stop is made, but it's still going to be a base hit. Xavier Otto at second base keeps the ball from going too deep into center field, but easily a base knock there for Nicholas Eli. Johnny Hatch at the plate. Hatch comes up swinging and puts one into left field. Another base hit. Utah stringing together a pair of singles to have runners on first and second and no outs. So Utah doing what they did yesterday. They're going to bat 6 players for the first half of the game and then bat another 6. So we're back to Braden Nelson. Takes a pitch outside for a ball. And a 4-pitch walk loads the bases for Landon Day, who went down swinging his first time up. Frank and Bronner talking it over on the mound. Talking strategy here. Bases loaded, no outs. Landon Day was 0 for 1 yesterday. Strikeout and a hit by pitch. One the count to Landon Day. And that's low in the dirt for ball 2. At the knees and a called strike 3. Day goes down on strikes again. Second strikeout for Bronner. 1 away. Bases still loaded. Easton Jones to the plate. He had a double his last time up. Breaking ball misses outside. Doesn't get its way back to the plate. Swing and a miss. Swings through that changeup. That one gets away from Frank. Hustling home is Nicholas Eli, and a run comes around to score. The first of the game breaks up the scoreless tie in the bottom of the second. The other runners advance 90 feet, so Hatch is over to third. Braden Nelson to second. The 3-1. Hit into the air in right field, tracking it and back for it, and making the catch is Henry Kern. A sacrifice fly as another run comes around to score. It's 2-0 Utah. Jackson Grossman flew out to center field his first time up. Pitch gets away from Frank, but not far enough for Braden Nelson to score from third. The 1-0's outside, 2-0 the count. That's at the knees, a called strike. Bronner starting to settle down after giving up 2 singles to lead things off and then issuing a walk to load the bases. The first 2 batters have come around to score. Chopper third base side, but foul. Utah up 2-0. Pitch outside. Count runs full with 2 outs and a runner on third. Coming set, ready to deliver. Foul back into the home plate screening. Grossman battles off that pitch. Count remains full. We'll get payoff pitch number 2. Skied into the air into shallow right center. Calling for it and making the catch is Kearns for out number 3. But not before Utah picks up 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We head to the top of the 3rd inning. Here's a look at your Travel Medford scoreboard. You're watching the 5th place game for the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships on TableRockSports.net. Presented by the City of Medford. Back in 30 seconds with more baseball action from Harry and David Field.
Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All U.S. Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. U.S. Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Two innings of play. Utah up 2-0 on 3 hits. Oregon Metro East has just managed a single in the 1st and 2nd innings. Throw goes down, and we'll get ready to get started for the 3rd inning of play. Andrew Wong will lead things off for Oregon Metro East. Wong, left-handed batter, has a duck out of the way of the first pitch. That's over his head. Bats left-handed, throws right. Primarily plays third base, but can play around the infield. Also a pitcher, standing at 6 foot 160 from Lake Oswego High School. Swings through that pitch and evens up the count at 1-1. Hervant delivers, and Wong swings through the breaking ball. Hervat taking advantage of the lefty-lefty matchup. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 4 for Hervat. He's starting to find his groove late. This will likely be his last inning of work if we stick with the schedule that we have been given before the game. Brings up Xavier Otto. Started at second base today. Is quite the range over there in the middle infield. Takes a strike on the first pitch. Hits a chopper first base side, fielded by Nelson, and he'll just step on the bag take care of things himself, and a quick 2 outs for Hervat. Dylan Ha at the plate. Ha, 5'10", 145 out of Oregon City High School. Jake Hervat's pitch misses outside. Hervat fastball sitting about 75, 78 in today's game. The curveball right around 66, 70 miles an hour. He looks in for the sign, working from the stretch. From the windup, rather, and that's a called strike. 2-1 the count, 2 outs. Hit into center field, and the left center gap ranging over and making a diving play is Mac Bright. A 1-2-3 inning thanks to Mac Bright's diving play in left center, ranging over to his right to make the play. No runs, no hits, no errors. We'll go to the bottom of the third. No change to your Travel Medford scoreboard of the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships. The 5th place game between Oregon Metro East and Utah, both classes of 2022, doing battle. We'll get a new pitcher for you on the other side of this break, and we'll talk more about him. New pitcher for Oregon Metro East, it's Nathaniel Warwick. 5'11", left-hander out of Star, Idaho. Attends Middleton High School. We'll be going to Walla Walla after high school wraps up. Fastball sits about 77, 79 miles an hour. Gets a pretty good spin on it, close to 2,000 RPM. The curveball in at 64, 66, and the changeup 65, 68. Gets pretty good spin on the breaking ball, anywhere between 2,200 and 2,300 RPM. We're set here, ready for the bottom of the third at the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships. This is the 5th place game between Oregon Metro East and Utah, both the classes of 2022. Nicholas Eli will get things going for the Utah squad. Now, Utah, this team is made up of a little bit different from the other teams we see in the tournament. They're the only one not really in the Oregon or in the Pacific Northwest prospect pool, so they make their own team in a very similar fashion to the way that they make the teams here. But they're not in the Baseball Northwest database for the most part. After that swing, it's a 1-1 count. Warwick comes set. The left-hander delivers. That's hit into right field, and what a catch there over at second base by Andy Miller. Showing off the glove, taken over at second base. One away in the bottom of the third inning. Johnny Hatch at the plate now with one out. Takes a pitch low for a ball. Hatch in the second inning followed up a Nicholas Eli single with a single of his own into left field. Takes another pitch. Now ahead in the count 2-0. Hatch, a 6'3", 175 right-handed hitting third baseman and pitcher. Went 0 for 2 yesterday against Washington Metro South. 1 for 1 today. 3 balls, no strikes. Warwick delivers. That's a called strike at the knees, taking all the way was Hatch. Hit at the third baseman, Wong, who throws over to first, and it's over the head of Kellen Krebs at first base. It hits the fencing, but holding at first will be Hatch. Airmails the throw. So a runner on first with one out. Braden Nelson to bat for the third time today. Warwick now having to work from the stretch with the runner on first. Not a big lead over there. Misses low for a ball. Nelson 0 for 1 with a walk. Got all the way around to third last inning, but was stranded there. The 1-0 high again. High outside of the zone. Warwick checks first a couple of times before delivering to the plate, and that one gets away from Frank. Racing over to second is Hatch, and he moves into scoring position with one out. Pitch was a little low, blocked by Frank, but it got away from him. Count 3-0 now to Braden Nelson, who walked his last time up. First time facing Warwick. Taking all the way, and it's a 4-pitch walk. Second time he's been given a free first base. That one's hit into left field, coming in and letting it drop in front of him. Throw over to third in time to get the force out. Johnny Hatch kind of had to hold up a little bit. Well, the Utah team has made life difficult for broadcasters. They, in the middle of the inning, have switched which 6 batters will be batting. So now at the plate is Hunter Haro. The last person to bat is wearing a number that's not on their roster. So that's actually Camden Kolovich over there at second base. He was the one who was walked. Mac Bright over at first. Singled into center field, and at the plate, Hunter Haro skies one right side and drops foul. So I think we got it figured out now. 2 runners on, 2 outs. Hunter Haro at the plate. And a called strike 3. That will end the inning as Warwick picks up his first strikeout. So we'll just do a quick refresh of that inning for people following along at home. Nicholas Eli led off the inning, lined out to the second baseman. Johnny Hatch was the next up. He reached on a throwing error from the third baseman. Then we flip to the second group of 6. Camden Kolovich draws a walk. Mac Bright singles into center. And then Hunter Haro strikes out. Hatch thrown out at third, trying to hold up as that one ball was hit into center field. Another pitching change coming your way. When we come back, you're watching the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships on Table Rock Sports, presented by the City of Medford.
As the president of Southern Oregon University, I want you to know that you are welcome here on our lovely campus.
Hi, my name is Marjorie Trueblood Gamble, and I'm the Director of Diversity and Inclusion here at Southern Oregon University. We want you to know you are welcome here.
I'm Susan Walsh, Provost at Southern Oregon University, and you are welcome here.
Du bist hier willkommen. You are welcome here.
요거서. Tu és bem-vindo aqui.
SOU 欢迎你. तपाईहरुलाई यहाँ स्वागत छ.
You are welcome here.
أنتم مرحبون هنا.
欢迎来到美国南俄勒冈州立大学.
ยินดีต้อนรับ.
You are welcome here.
Chào mừng bạn đến đây.
You are welcome here.
Getting a look at Landon Day in the top of the 4th inning, taking over pitching duties for Jake Hervat. Hervat did well through 3 innings of work, only gave up 2 hits, walked 1, struck out 4. Throwdown will get things started here in the 4th inning. Utah still leads 2-0. The classes of 2022 battling out on the diamond here at Harry and David Field. Andy Frank, the catcher, will lead things off for Oregon Metro East in the top of the 4th inning. Spencer Sullivan waits on deck. First pitch from Landon Day misses high for a ball. Fires the next one over the plate. Count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Takes another strike at the knees. 1-2 the count. 2 outs. Excuse me, no outs. The 1-2 from Day. This is high and inside. Count evens up at 2-2. Frank, a 5'11 catcher out of Ida B. Wells High School in Oregon. Watches that one miss outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count here to Frank in his first AB of the day. Fouls that one back over home plate. Frank draws a walk, and Landon Day not getting the picture-perfect start that he had hoped. Taking over for things in the 4th inning. Brings us back to the top of the lineup for Oregon Metro East. Spencer Sullivan flew out to right field his first time up. Takes a strike at the belt. Throw over to first. Back in time is Andy Frank. Landon Day peeks over to first before coming set, delivers way inside. 2-1. Frank not taking a large lead off first. 60-yard dash time is 7.29. Sullivan swings, misses, 2-2. Inside, and it catches the jersey of Sullivan for another free base. Two runners aboard now for Oregon Metro East, and Casey Nanon steps up. Nobody out. Day delivers outside for a ball. Nawan went down swinging his first time up against Hervat, one of the 4 strikeout victims in his 3 innings of work. That's at the knees, a called strike. Flared up right at the second baseman, and the out is made. 1 away here in the top of the 4th inning. Utah leads 2-0, trying to keep that lead intact as Andy Miller's at the plate. That's at the knees, a called strike. Off first is Sullivan. Off second is Frank. Miller fouls one back into the backstop behind home plate. Henry Kern waits on deck. One of 2 Oregon Metro East batters with a hit in this game. Miller's behind in the count 0-2. Walked his first time up. Outside for a ball, 1-2 the count. Yesterday we had a strong wind blowing in from left field. Today, the air pretty still. Down swinging goes Miller. 2 outs now. First strikeout for Day. So now Henry Kern singled his last time up. The lefty will face off against the right-hander Day with 2 outs and 2 aboard. Fouls off the first pitch he sees. He's got the fastball timed out. Left and center, shaded in towards the infield. Hunter Harrow out and right, deeper than the other 2 outfielders. 325 to either corner at Herring David, 400 to straightaway center. High schoolers using wood bats in this tournament. And that one gets away from Lewis. And the runners will advance 90 feet. So with 2 outs, 2 runners now in scoring position for Oregon Metro East as they look to get on the board today. Spencer Sullivan on second, Andy Frank at third. The 2-1. Fouled away. It's actually Connor Spindler behind the plate now for Utah. Two count, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Day working from the stretch still after walking the leadoff man. Hit into left field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Runners racing around the bags. There's going to be a play at home, sliding in safely. And over to second is Kern, a 2 RBI single. And this game is all tied up now in the 4th inning. Two runs come around to score on that base knock in the left field from Kern. And a chance to add to that as Kellen Oakes stands at the plate. Takes the first pitch for a ball. First 2 pitches missed for a ball. Landon Day. Fastball sitting between 78 and 81 miles an hour. The curveball at 69-71, and the changeup between 72 and 73. The 2-0. Foul back into the screening behind home plate and on the first base side. Count 2-1 to Oakes. Walking the leadoff man is never good, and it ends up causing pain for the Utah team. As the leadoff walk and follows up with a hit by pitch. Both of those runners have come around to score. Henry Kern with the 2 RBI, 2-out single. Stands over at second. He's going to third. Swing and a miss. It won't matter as Oakes goes down on strikes. Second strikeout for Day, but not before. Oregon Metro East picks up 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. A look at your Travel Medford scoreboard. Visit travelmedford.org to learn what you can do when you come visit the Rogue Valley. It's the bottom of the 4th. Things are all tied up. Utah will look to retake the lead of the next half inning. We'll be back in just a bit.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, and of course, Ram Trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back 3-peat Truck of the Year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Nathaniel Warwick is back out on the mound for the Oregon Metro East squad. The left-hander from Middleton High School, committed to Walla Walla. Entered the game in the previous inning. Stranded 2 runners after an error and a walk, put 2 on. Leading things off for Utah in the bottom of the 4th inning will be Tate Lewis, his first AB of the day. Lewis, 6'1", 195, out of Pleasant Grove, Utah. Takes a strike at the knees to open up the 4th. Warwick's fastball was sitting 77-78 in the previous inning. Curveball between 70 and 72. Paints the outside corner for 2 strikes. Quickly ahead in the count to Lewis. Stays alive, fouling off a low strike is what it was looking like. Puts it over the first base side and out of play. Puts that one up the middle into center field for a base hit. Adds another knock to his weekend total yesterday. He had gone 1 for 2 with a triple that scored 2. He also walked twice. Ashton Harrow at the plate now. Fouls one down the first base side and out of play. Warwick pumping in strikes. Working from the stretch now with Lewis over at first base. A nice breaking ball in there, pulls the string on the curve, and it's a called strike 2. Quickly ahead in the count is the pitcher Warwick. Ashton Harrow from the right side awaits the 0-2. That's low. Good 0-2 pitch there from Warwick, but holding off is Harrow. A good block as well by the catcher Frank. The 1-2 from Warwick. Swung on and missed. He picks up another strikeout, his second of the day since entering the inning back in the third. So Connor Spindler, who recently entered the game at catcher, will now get his first hacks with one away in the bottom of the fourth. Another breaking ball in there on the first pitch, called strike. Spindler yesterday 0 for 2, reaching on a fielder's choice and eventually coming around to score. Fouls off the 0-1, and now again another batter behind in the count, 0-2 to Warwick. Was one of the 10 runs that scored yesterday in their game against Washington Metro South. The 0-2. Breaking ball misses outside. Tried to get Spindler to chase. He's able to hold off. And awaits the 1-2 with one out. Tate Lewis over at first base for Utah. Checks his swing, blocked in front by Frank, and over to second goes Lewis. Just got away from him enough, and a pretty good jump, good read over there at first base to see that ball headed towards the dirt. No swing, so the count evens up at 2-2. Now a runner on second instead of first. The double play grounder is out of play. Fastball inside. Brushes Spindler off the plate. But the count runs full because of it. Payoff pitch. Misses high for ball 4 after getting ahead in the count. 0-2. Spindler battles. So now there'll be 2 aboard with just 1 out. Camden Kolovich will bat from the right side. From Tooele, Utah. Goes up swinging, comes up empty-handed. 0-1 the count. Walked his first time up, got around to second, but was left there. Yesterday, 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Warwick pumps in a fastball, but it misses high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tate Lewis at the bottom of your screen over at second base. At first, Connor Spindler. That's at the belt, a called strike, 1-2. Here it is. Fouled away the breaking ball. Had Kolovich just a little bit out in front, but able to get enough of it to keep the at-bat alive. 1-2. Runners on first and second. Oregon Metro South tied the game in the top half of this inning. Utah looking to regain the lead. Warwick trying to hold on to this tie game and give his offense a chance to take it in the top half of the 5th. The 1-2, high and outside. Not biting was Kolovich, so the count runs even at 2-2. Lewis off second. Spindler off first. The 2-2 from Warwick. Called. Strike 3, catches the inside corner. Second strikeout of the inning. And Mac Bright goes to the plate. from Riverton, Utah, 6 foot 150. Takes a strike on the outside portion of the plate. 0-1 with 2 outs, 2 on. Bright, 1 for 3 yesterday with a 2 RBI single. He also walked and scored a run. The 0-1 misses. The 1-1. That's hit into left center. That'll drop for a base hit. Racing around third, and that one gets away from... Oh, no, we're going to have 2 runners at third base now. Caught in a bit of a pickle here is Connor Spindler. Caught in between second and third, and he will be tagged out in the base paths. Lewis threw on the brakes. Connor Spindler saw the ball get away from the left fielder and decided to head to third, but not knowing that Lewis had held up there. Was watching the outfield and not the runner in front of him. So Mac Bright picks up a single, but because of the pickle over at in between second and third that got Spindler, there's 3 gone. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We remain tied at 2 as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Landon Day back out for another inning of work for the Utah squad. Five hits for Utah compared to Metro's 3. We'll be back with a little bit more action when we come back. You're watching the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships presented by Travel Medford. Head to travelmedford.org to learn more about the Rogue Valley for your next visit.
Seen a new way to achieve the highest level of savings. Peak Rewards. The Peak Rewards app is your roadmap to savings wherever your journey takes you. Simply by using our mobile app, you can shop for a mountain of savings in any of our convenience stores and fuel up for less. Just download the Peak Rewards app, register, find participating stations and stores near you, and start saving. With Peak Rewards, you can travel further for less. So what are you waiting for? Download Peak Rewards today and find a location near you.
A little bit of a delayed start to the 5th inning with Spindler on the base pass having to throw on the catcher's gear, but he'll get ready to throw it down to second. Score tied at 2 in the top of the 5th inning. A little bit of momentum for Oregon Metro East after avoiding any damage in the previous inning. Leading things off will be Evan Holman for the Oregon Metro East class of 2022 squad. Utah scored 2 runs in the second. Oregon Metro East with 2 runs in the 4th. That's why we have a 2-2 draw right now in the 5th. Landon Day back out for another inning of work. Gave up 2 runs on 1 hit in the previous inning that tied the game up. Hit sharply down the first baseline, but right at Nelson. He'll step on the bag and make the play unassisted. That'll bring up Kellen Krebs. Went down looking his last time up. That was against Jake Hervet. facing Landon Day for the first time. Watches the first pitch go by for a ball. Krebs a 5'11 lefty. Two-0 count. Landon Day coming set. Strictly works from the stretch position. Hit sharply into right field, having to race back for it, and not going to be able to get to it is Hunter Harrow, and racing for third is Krebs, and a stand-up triple for Kellen Krebs with one out. Puts Oregon Metro East in great position here to claim the lead for the first time today. Caden Bertram is at the plate. He's got a chance to do just that for the Oregon Metro East squad in the fifth place game of the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships. We're at Harry and David Field in Southern Oregon, right here in Medford. Day comes set, delivers. Swung on and miss. Bertram behind in the count, 0-2. Singled his last time up. Outside for a ball. 1-2 the count. Bertram, a big presence out of Southridge High School in Oregon, 6'3", 210. See what he can do here with a runner in scoring position. The go-ahead run at third. Takes a 1-2 pitch low. Runs the count even at 2-2. A good eye as Day tries to get Bertram to chase on stuff outside of the zone. Not biting, so Bertram awaits the 2-2. That's low. Thought about it for a second. The ball skips away from Spindler, but not far enough for Krebs to score from third. Grinding out the at-bat is Bertram at the plate after falling behind 0-2. Now we'll get a payoff pitch. Day checks third as he comes set. Misses high, and after falling behind 0-2, Bertram walks over to first, gets a free bag, and now there's runners on the corners. Opportunity here for Andrew Wong, who went down swinging. And Bertram will be pinch run for again. Spencer Sullivan taking over at first. First pitch, a called strike on the outside corner against Wong, 0-1. Sullivan's got speed. See if he thinks about stealing second to break up the double play. There he goes. Throw down is not in time. Sullivan wheels over and gets the stolen base. So the double play no longer in order for Utah to get out of this inning. They'll have to do it the hard way. Andrew Wong, with one out, has two runners in scoring position now with a 1-1 count. Takes a pitch inside, 2-1. Wong waits for the 2-1. Chopper down the first base line, but foul. Count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Misses high. Ball 3. Another full count. The payoff pitch. Left side and just foul. Third base side. Not able to get to it. Was Jackson Grossman covering third. Coming set, delivering again. That's up the middle. That'll drop for a base hit. One run will score. And Sullivan, who came into pinch run, stumbled between second and third, so he'll hold up on the corners. But Andrew Wong gets an RBI single to give his team the lead for the first time this morning. Still one out. Xavier Otto at the plate. Grounded out to the first baseman his first time up. Spindler quick to pop up, checks first and third, but nobody far enough away to warrant a throw. Otto, a 5'10" right-hander out of Tualatin High School. Throw over to first, skips in the dirt, but good pick by Nelson. Keeps the runners where they are. Andrew Wong over at first. Spencer Sullivan, who pinch ran for Kellen Krebs, or excuse me, pinch run for Caden Bertram, is over at third. Krebs led off, or got a one-out triple. Came around to score on the RBI single from Wong. Another RBI opportunity here for the Oregon Metro East batters. Otto is thinking about adding to it. Swings through the fastball. Count 2-1. Roped into right. Haro tracking it, will make the play, ranging over to his left. The throw will be sent into the infield, and scoring easily from third is Sullivan. Sacrifice fly for Otto. Another run comes in to score. Four to 2 now in favor of Oregon Metro East. Andrew Wong on first base. Dylan Ha at the plate. Ha, 5'10", 145. Outfielder and infielder. Plays a lot of different positions. Takes a pitch for a ball, the count even at 1-1. Flew out to center field his first time up back in the third inning. Here in the fifth, his team's already scored 2. Wong dives back into first. Just a split second before the tag was applied. Throw down, tag applied, but not in time. Again, Wong getting a little bit further off first, warranting a throw. But safely back into the bag both times. Misses upstairs. 2-2 the count, 2 outs, runner on first. 2 runs have come around to score for the Oregon Metro East squad, taking the lead for the first time today. And swinging through the 2-2 pitch was Dylan Ha. Landon Day picks up a third strikeout, but not before 2 runs come around to score on 2 hits. No errors, a runner left on base. And Oregon Metro East, as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning, leads by 2. A new pitcher on the other side of the break. We'll be back with more action presented by Travel Medford. Visit travelmedford.org for destinations when you come to visit the lovely destination of Medford, Oregon. Back in just a bit.
You're a coach or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens, called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Emerson Dennis, a 6'3" right-hander out of Central Catholic High School in Oregon, will be the third pitcher. Going up swinging was Hunter Haro, first base side, and making the play just in foul territory. Is Kellen Krebs over at first base. 1 pitch, 1 out for Emerson Dennis. Fastball sits between 83 and 86 miles an hour and gets pretty good spin on it. Between 2,400 and nearly 2,600 RPM. The curveball at 71, 72 miles an hour, spinning that to about 2,400 RPM. And the changeup sitting between 76 and 77 miles an hour. At the plate is Tate Lewis. Lewis singled his first time up. Hits that one high into the air, just outside of the infield, and quickly making the catch for the second out is Otto. Efficiently working through the first 2 batters is Emerson Dennis. Ashton Haro takes a first pitch called strike. Dennis gets ready to deliver. And the curveball in there nicely. A called strike 2. Quickly behind in the count again is another Utah batter to Dennis. That one over the head of the catcher. Taking over catching duties is Evan Holman, excuse me. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Quickly working through the the bottom half of the 5th inning is the new pitcher Emerson Dennis. Dennis goes 1, 2, 3 in the 5th. So after 5, here's a look at our Travel Medford scoreboard. No runs, no hits, no errors in that inning. So it's the top of the 6th. Oregon Metro East leads 4-2 over Utah. Back with more in just a little bit.
Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All U.S. Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. U.S. Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Landon Day back out for a 3rd inning of work for the Utah team as they trail by 2. They took the lead in the 2nd, but back-to-back 2-run innings from Oregon Metro East in the 4th and the 5th have the Travel Medford scoreboard looking the way it does right now. Looks like we're ready to get it started in the 6th inning here. Andy Frank will get things started, just like he did back in the 4th. When Day took over. First pitch swinging, hits it high into the air on the left side. Calling for it and making the play is Nicholas Eli over at third base. 1 pitch, 1 out for Day. An efficient way to start. So we're back to the top of the order with Spencer Sullivan. 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch. Came around to score on a 2 RBI single from Henry Kern back in the 4th inning. First pitch is inside, just getting out of the way of it was Sullivan. Takes the first 2 pitches for balls. 2-0. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 6th inning. Quickly ahead 3-0. Sullivan draws a 4-pitch walk. The second time he's reached first today. Both free passes of varying degrees. First one was a walk. First one was a hit by pitch. This time a walk. So he's aboard. We've seen he's got speed. He's already stolen a base as a pinch runner for Caden Bertram. So he takes a pretty sizable lead off first. And quickly a throw over. Safely back into the bag was Sullivan. Case Nawan at the plate. Ripped down the third base line and off the glove of Eli, skips into left field. 2 aboard now. And Eli awarded an error. Andy Miller at the plate, 0 for 1 with a walk. Goes up swinging, hits this one into right field. Racing over and making a diving catch is Mac Bright in right field. Sullivan had a good read on it, so he tags up and advances to third, but a good sliding catch there by Mac Bright. Runners on the corner with 2 outs. Henry Kern, who's 2 for 2 with a pair of RBIs. Runner goes, fouled back into the screening behind home plate. Kern's shown poise before with runners in scoring position, so Oregon Metro East trying to maximize on that. Look to send Nawan. The 0-1 coming from Day. Runner holds it first. Count even at 1-1. Throw over to first. Back in the bag without a tag. Day comes set. Runner goes, swinging again, the hit and run on. But fouled away again. Runners at the corner, 1-2, 2 outs. Kern at the plate, he's 2 for 2 today with a pair of singles. A 2 RBI single back in the 4th. 1 runner in scoring position. We'll see if the hit and run is on again. It's not. The throw down to second. Not in time. And then Sullivan races home and scores on the double steal. Fouled away. Henry Kern still at the plate. Called. Strike 3. Takes it on the upper inside corner. And it's a strikeout again, number 4 for Landon Day, but another run comes around. No runs, no hits, 1 error and 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Taking a look at your Travel Medford scoreboard, watching the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships 5th place game between Oregon Metro East class of 2022 and the Utah class of 2022. Visit travelmedford.org to hear more about the different things you can do if you come and visit the Rogue Valley. You're watching Table Rock Sports. We'll be back in just a bit.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Oregon Metro East leads 5-2. Utah trying to get back on the board for the first time since the 2nd inning. Connor Spindler will lead things off. You're watching Table Rock Sports. I'm Josh Shelton. It's a 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships. Emerson Dennis on the mound. First pitch swinging is Spindler and fouls it off first base side out of play. Luke Bronner got things started on the mound for Oregon Metro East. 2 runs over 2 innings, striking out 2. Nathaniel Warwick came in, pitched the next 2 innings, only gave up 2 hits, walked 2, but struck out 3, no runs given up. Emerson Dennis is the latest pitcher for Oregon Metro East, and he just hit Connor Spindler, who's aboard for the 2nd time. Has yet to record an at-bat in the game, walked his first time up. So now we've shifted back to the second group of 6. Braden Nelson is at the plate. Nelson 0 for 1 with a walk. Ropes one into center field, and having to play it on a hop is Ha. Gets it in quickly. Spindler had to hold at first base, so he's just over to second. And Nelson picks up his first hit. So looking to get things going again. They've got 2 runners on with nobody out. Landon Day at the plate, looking to help out his cause. The pitcher now hitting, fouls off the first pitch he sees. Utah being aggressive at the plate as they see Emerson for the 2nd inning. He retired him quickly and efficiently in the previous inning, getting a pair of pop-outs and a strikeout. Here's the 0-1 from Dennis. Left side, high. If it stays in fair territory or in play, it would give the Oregon Metro East defenders a chance, but no one's able to get to it in time. Perfectly far away from everyone defending. Kellen Oakes at third, Andrew Miller at short, and Henry Kern in left field. None of them able to get to it in time. So it's just a long, high strike. The 0-2 to come from Dennis. High and tight, ducking out of the way, was Landon Day. So the count is 1-2. Spindler on second, Nelson on first. Tying run at the plate. That's popped up. Left side, foul territory. Running and falling into the dugout goes the catcher. It's Evan Holman. He's okay. Ran out of real estate, was trying to track the pop-up. The home plate umpire going to take his time and walk over to get some fresh baseballs and give Holman a little bit more time to collect himself. Appears to be okay. Maybe a couple of scrapes, but a good story to tell his friends. 1-2 count. Landon Day still battling at the plate. It's a chopper at the shortstop. Fire over to second. In time, but not in time to get 2 outs. Miller to Otto to get Nelson over at second. Spindler advances to third. Now there's runners on the corners with one out. Easton Jones at the plate. Goes up swinging. Fouls one first base side out of play. Jones 1 for 1 with a double and a sacrifice fly. Throw over to first, safely and easily back into the bag was Landon Day. Jones has been impressive so far this weekend. 6'3" third baseman out of American Fork, Utah. 1-1 count now to Jones. He digs in. Off first is Day. Off third is Spindler. One away in the bottom of the 6th. Swung on and missed. Easton Jones thought about ripping that one over the fence. The 1-2 from Dennis. Fouled away. Home plate umpire ran out of baseballs, so take a quick pause. Here comes the 1-2 again. That one misses high. Good take by Jones. Count runs even at 2-2. He represents the tying run. Connor Spindler at third. 2-2, one out. That's low for a ball. Count runs full. See what Jones is thinking here, and we'll see what the Holman Dennis battery is thinking. The payoff pitch, ripped and right at the third baseman. Great glove there by Oaks. A rocket off the bat of Jones, but unfortunately right at a defender. 2 away now. Brings up Jackson Grossman. He takes a pitch for a ball. Runners on the corner, 2 outs. A half-hearted swing by Grossman, and the count evens at 1-1. 0 for 2, a pair of flyouts, 1 to center, 1 to right. Takes a pitch just outside and below the knees, 2-1. Good eye there from Grossman. That's going to be hit right at the third baseman who fields it, throws over in time. Oaks staying busy in the hot corner, at least on those last 2 plays. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Not sure if we're going to play another inning here. It looks like they're going to conference that. In the meantime, we can take a look at what our Travel Medford scoreboard looks like in the 5th place game of the 2021 Northwest Championships. We're getting close to the time limit here, about 12 minutes before we get to that 2-hour mark in this first game. It's like a staring match between the two dugouts trying to figure out if they're going to play another inning here. The Oregon Metro East squad, Oaks at least has his helmet on and his bat ready to go. The Oregon Metro East coach, Matt Kosterka, is talking to the home plate umpires, and the home plate umpires just gave the, hey, let's go. Let's make things happen. So we are going to get another inning of play. Oregon Metro East anxious to get another at-bat. We'll head to the top of the 7th. 5-2, Oregon Metro East leads Utah. Be back in 30 seconds. Maybe a bit more. We're back, and Utah has slowly made their way to the field. Johnny Hatch on the mound. So as Hatch gets warmed up, we'll talk about Landon Day, whose day is done, from the mound at least. 3 innings pitched, 3 hits, gave up 5 runs, 4 of them earned, walked 4, and struck out 4. The 3 batters we'll see at least from Oregon Metro East is Kellen Oaks, Evan Holman, and Kellen Krebs. Between the 3 of them, they're 1 for 6. Krebs with a triple back in the 5th inning. Eventually came around to score 2 of the 2 runs in that 2-run 5th. Oregon Metro East leads by 3. So they get set to face Johnny Hatch, the right-hander. Oaks at the plate, goes up swinging, hits one foul down the first base side and out of play. Johnny Hatch out of South Jordan, Utah, 6'3", 175. Ahead early to Oaks, 0-2. Oaks fights off that pitch, staying alive in the count. First base side out of play. 4 strikes. 2 of them fouled off. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Big strikeout there from Johnny Hatch to get things going in the top of the 7th. 1 away now, and striding and digging into the left-hander's batter's box is Evan Holman. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Strikeout coming in the 2nd, the ground out in the 5th. Goes up swinging, hits it hard but foul, third base side into the screening above his team's dugout. 9:54 here in Medford, Oregon at Harry and David Field. Oregon Metro East leads 5-2 over Utah. These are the classes of 2022 in the 5th place game at the Baseball Northwest Championships. 0-2 the count. Ripped at the third baseman and fielded cleanly, and stepping on first is Tate Lewis. Hatch working effectively. Two quick outs and pumping strikes into the zone. That'll bring up Kellen Krebs. He takes a strike. Filling up the zone is Hatch early on, and it's worked well for him. Tries to go back to that inside corner, doesn't get it. 1-1 the count. Breaking ball low, 2-1. First time he's fallen behind. Gets right back in it. At the knees, a called strike, 2-2 count with 2 outs. Krebs 1 for 3, a strikeout and a triple. Fastball high. Not biting is the man at the plate. The payoff pitch with 2 outs. Outside, ball 4. Krebs aboard for the 2nd time today. That'll bring up Caden Bertram. Bertram's reached twice, once on a single. Walked in the 5th. Runner in front of him with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. He and Johnny Hatch meet for the first time. That's inside for a ball. We'll keep an eye on Krebs over at first base. Bertram fouls one off out of play behind home plate. One the count. Digging in is the right-handed hitting Bertram. Fouls that one off the catcher's mask. Krebs with a 4.01 30-yard dash time. Some pretty good wheels. Counts 1-2 with 2 outs. Bertram awaits the pitch at the plate. Flared into right field. That'll drop for a base hit. Rounding second and holding there will be Krebs. And another base knock for Caden Bertram. And for the third time today, Spencer Sullivan will pinch run for Bertram. So Andrew Wong will hit with 2 outs. Wong 1 for 2 today with an RBI. Watches the first pitch go past him for a ball. The 1-0. High ball 2. Wong, one of 3 Lake Oswego high schoolers on this squad. As he awaits the 2-0 from Hatch. That's a called strike on the inside corner. 2-1, 2 outs. Krebs at second. Spencer Sullivan at first. Pinch running for Bertram. Two-one misses high. 3-1. After efficiently working through the first 2 batters, Hatch has walked a man and given up a single. 5th pitch of the at-bat still to come. Inside, called strike. Payoff pitch with 2 outs. Runners will be on the move. Up the middle, but right at the shortstop. He's going to have to throw to first. Thought about going to second, but the speedy Sullivan was there. Still able to get the out at first. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 2 runners left on base. And that will not quite do it. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Score still 5-2. A look at your Travel Medford scoreboard of the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships 5th place game between Oregon Metro East and Utah. Emerson Dennis back out on the mound for Utah. We're going to stay right here. This game presented by TravelMedford.org. Before your next trip to the Rogue Valley, be sure to check out TravelMedford.org for tips on where to visit when you come to the Rogue Valley. Johnny Hatch, who just finished up his first inning of work. Fastball was sitting between 79 and 82 miles an hour. The curveball between 70 and 72. Nicholas Eli to the plate for the Utah team, trailing 3. Hits it hard and into the air, diving and making the play. A sliding effort by Case Nawan in right field for the first out. Brings up Johnny Hatch. The pitcher now hitting as well. Takes the first pitch strike. Dennis fastball touched 84. Curveball around 64, 66 miles an hour. His second pitch to Hatch misses. 1-1 the count. Rips one into left field. Having to go back for it is Henry Kern, and that one hops the wall. Hatch wheeling around the bases. He'll hold up at second with a one-out double. If he pulls it just 15 more feet to the left, that one might leave the yard. Nearly hit the fence on the fly. Maybe a little momentum building for the Utah team. At the plate is Camden Kolovich. He takes a strike. Waiting on deck is Mac Bright. Kolovich 0 for 1 with a walk. Struck out in the fourth. Swing and a miss on the 0-1. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Dennis. Misses high. Kolovich takes 1-2 the count. Big breaking ball, but it doesn't get anywhere close to the zone. It's 2-2. The spin might not be the same as most of these high school pitchers are used to. They're using a college ball with lower seams, so they don't get as much of a grip or as much of the dramatic spin that they might get from a high school ball with the seams a little bit raised, relatively speaking. Kolovich is aboard for the second time today, this time via the hit by pitch. So there's runners on first and second. One away, and that brings Mac Bright to the plate. Pretty good glove in the outfield. He's also 2 for 2 today. Check swing, but a called strike. Hatch on second, Kolovich on first. The 0-1 from Dennis after a few quick peeks back to second. Misses high for a ball. Not a big lead off second, so the throw will go home, and it's low in the dirt. The 2-1. Outside now 3-1 with one out. So Dennis comes set, 2 runners on. The 3-1 pitch to Bright, swung on and fouled back into the backstop. Count runs full with one out. Bright not going to be cheated. He digs into the left-handed batter's box. A full count with 2 runners in front of him. Representing the tying run is Bright at the plate. Outside, ball 4. Good at-bat there. After getting the first out, Dennis has allowed a double to the left center wall and a hit by pitch and a walk. Hunter Harrow at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Takes the first pitch high for a ball. Harrow yesterday was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, reached on an error and was also walked. Swings and fouls one back into the screening behind home plate. 1-1, a good chance here with the tying run aboard. He represents the winning run in the bottom of the 7th. Bases loaded, 1 out, 1-1 count. Here's the pitch from Dennis. Hit into left field. Coming in for it and not able to make the catch is Henry Kern. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And the runner will hold at third. It was going to be a tough play to make for Kern, whose first step was back. A double for Hunter Harrow, 2 RBIs because of it. And now the tying run is over at third base. Tate Lewis a chance to play hero. Hits one up the middle, but speared by Otto. Throw over to first, gets the out. The tying run comes around to score. And just like that, it's 5-5. Tate Lewis almost with a walk-off, but good range there by Otto to keep that ball in the infield and get the out. Over to third goes Hunter Harrow. 5-5 with 2 away. Ashton Harrow fouls one off. The 0-1. Chopper, first base side, fielded by Krebs, and he steps on the bag. And this game will end in a tie. So look at your final score on the Travel Medford scoreboard. Oregon Metro East, 5 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. Utah, 5 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. The 5th place game will have 2 5th-place teams. Thanks for watching this edition of the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships 5th place game between the classes of 2022 of Oregon Metro East and Utah. This game was presented by Table Rock Sports and Travel Medford. Head to travelmedford.org the next time you plan a trip to the Rogue Valley for ideas and destinations to visit once you get here. I'm Josh Shelton. Thanks for watching. We'll be back at about a half hour for the championship game of the class of 2022. Hope you join us then between Tri-State and Oregon Metro. Back in 30 minutes on another stream. Look for the championship game on TableRockSports.net.